94-year-old Clint Eastwood is still directing films, and that's exactly who he's always been. Let's be real for a second. Most people at 94 are watching the sunset from a porch swing, maybe telling grandkids the same stories for the 10th time, grateful just to feel the sun on their face. Clint Eastwood? He's in a dark editing suite in Carmel, coffee gone cold, arguing with an editor about the timing of a single cut in a courtroom scene for a movie he directed last spring. At 94 years old, Clint Eastwood isn't retired. He's not giving interviews about legacy. He's not sitting for documentaries where he waxes poetic about the good old days. He's still working, not because he needs to, but because he can't not. And that's not just impressive. It's who he's always been. He never bought into retirement. Eastwood has never believed in the idea that you hang it up just because the calendar says so. To him, work isn't a burden. It's rhythm. It's breath. It's how you stay alive. Back in 2018, when he released The Mule, a film about a 90-year-old man running drugs for the cartel, people called it autobiographical. He laughed it off. But the truth was there. The character wasn't just old. He was useful, still solving problems, still moving through the world with purpose. And Eastwood? He directed it like it was his first film, not his 39th. Then came Cry Macho in 2021, at 91. A quiet, modest story about an aging rodeo hand trying to do one good thing before it's too late. Critics called it sentimental. Fans called it tender. But Eastwood didn't care what they called it. He just wanted to make it, on his terms, with his crew, in under 40 days. And now, in 2024, his latest film, Juror Number 2, premiered at the Venice Film Festival. He directed it. He oversaw every cut. And at the premiere, he didn't send a statement. He flew to Italy at 94 and sat in the theater like any other filmmaker, watching his work with the same quiet intensity he's had since Play Misty for me in 1971. But it's not about the glamour. Don't picture red carpets and limos. Picture this instead, as AM in Carmel. Eastwood's already up. He's made coffee. Maybe played a little piano, an old habit from his jazz days. By 7, he's in his office, above the Hog's Breath Inn, the bar he's owned since 1971, reviewing dailies on a monitor most people his age would struggle to turn on. He doesn't have a team of assistants. He doesn't need hype. He works with the same small group of collaborators, editors, cinematographers, producers. He's trusted for decades. People who know, when Clint calls, you answer. Not because he's famous, but because he earns your loyalty by showing up first and leaving last. Even on Juror Number 2, with a cast that includes Nicholas Hoult and Toni Collette, the word from set was the same. He's the first one there, last one to leave. Never raises his voice. Just gets it done. Why does he keep going? Is it money? No. He's worth nearly $500 million. He could have stopped in 1992 after Unforgiven and lived like a king. Is it fame? Hardly. He avoids interviews, skips award shows, once left his own premiere early because I've seen it already. No, he keeps going because filmmaking is how he understands the world. Every film he makes now is quieter, simpler, stripped down to its bones. No explosions, no villains twirling mustaches, just people, flawed, aging, trying to do the right thing even when it's too late. Sound familiar? He's not just telling stories, he's having conversations with himself, with time, with the idea of what it means to grow old with dignity. And as long as he can hold a camera, frame a shot, and say, cut, he'll keep having those conversations. The real miracle isn't that he's 94, it's that he's still curious. Think about that. How many of us, at any age, stop asking questions? Stop trying new things? Stop believing we have something left to say? Eastwood hasn't. At 94, he's still learning. Still listening, still trusting young actors, new writers, fresh ideas. He doesn't live in the past, even though the past worships him. He lives in the work. So what's the lesson? Maybe it's this: you don't have to stop just because you're supposed to. Society loves to put people in boxes. You're too old for that. That's a young person's game. It's time to step back. But Clint Eastwood never asked for permission to keep going. He just kept going. Not loudly, not for applause, but steadily, relentlessly, on his own terms, and in a world full of noise, shortcuts, and performative burnout. That kind of quiet persistence might be the most rebellious thing of all. So yeah, 94-year-old Clint Eastwood is still directing films. And honestly, we're lucky he is, because as long as he's behind the camera, we're reminded that age isn't an expiration date. It's just another layer of story. And Clint Eastwood? He's still writing his From Buzz of Legends, where we celebrate not just what legends did, but how they keep doing it, long after the world tells them to stop. If this reminded you that purpose has no expiration date, hit like, subscribe, and join us as we honor the quiet giants who refuse to fade away.